Hey guys, welcome back. I'm going to take you to my garden to see what's alive because we got buried under a snow and ice storm for the past week, which is very unusual for our area. And I'm going to slip, but we're not used to this much snow in our area. We usually don't get this much. I had put sheets over my beds and then a tarp over one, so I don't know if anything's gonna be alive under there, and I have not uncovered them since. They're probably not alive, but we're gonna check and see how they did, if anything survived. And I'm gonna show you some of the snow. It's like straight ice on top. As you can see, we got 9 to 10 inches of snow over here, which is not too bad, but you can see on top, this whole top layer is ice. You have to break through it. Just to get to the snow. You can see it looks like a big old sheet of ice, and it is. It started to thaw some, and then it went straight back to freezing for multiple days in the single digits. So it's like a big old block of ice everywhere. So here's my garden. You can see part of the tarp where it's thawing out. Sound like I'm a snow monster or something, but I have to pound through the ice. There's a lot of it. There's my garlic. I'm not too worried about my garlic. The tops might die down, but the garlic should be okay inside. And everything's starting to thaw out. Look how pretty that is. So thin. Right there where it's starting to thaw. Let's see the ice layer. All right, let's see what's alive. Obviously my snow peas bit the dust a while ago. There's my sheet. See it? Let's see what's alive. Bear with me. I'm by myself out here. There's a lot of snow. Oh. We got into below zero one night, so I'm surprised these are even semi still alive. They're looking real rough. It's all frozen inside. I'm gonna keep pulling off this top and show you what's in this spinach bed. Woo-wee! Pulling all that up was not easy. Here's my spinach. It looks terrible, but I think the top parts will die back because that's what happened last year. The top parts will die back, but then it will start resprouting from the top. Some of it doesn't look too bad. So we're gonna see and watch this bed for the next couple weeks and see if it comes back, because I'm pretty sure it will. But I have to uncover everything under there, and let's get to it. how fluffy the snow is. All right, guys. Now I feel like I had a workout. You can tell it's frozen on there. I still have stuff alive. Okay, this was carrots right here. And obviously, my lettuce bit the dust. It's a big frozen ball mass. This one doesn't look that bad, actually. They'll probably all die. But the lettuces bit the dust in here, but I have carrots still that I can harvest. Those are gonna come back. Let's see. So this is my kale. I had some red Russian kale, dinosaur kale, I think one other kale in here. But not all of it's frozen. Like this is not frozen at all. So part of it might come back. I don't remember what I planted right there. Some type of green. And then of course my garlic will be fine. Garlic's very hardy that way. The green on top might die back, but it'll shoot back up here soon. So I'm not worried about my garlic. So both of my beds of garlic are fine. They just have to unthaw. I think I have like a 50-50 split here. I know for sure my lettuce is gone. It's a big block of ice. But some of the stuff I can still use and salvage. Now I'm going to go to my greenhouse and see how it's doing. So everything in the greenhouse is looking good. So I do have a heater in there. But you can see anything that was touching the plastic of the greenhouse will die back. And I knew that would, but it was so packed in there that I couldn't move it anywhere else. See? All this foliage will die back. But I'll cut it back here in a couple weeks just to cut off any of the dead stuff. Oh, I have a lemon in there ready. I don't know if you guys can see it. He's right there. Lemon. Alright, so part of my garden's fine, part of it's not. My greenhouse is fine, all of my citrus is okay, which is the big thing for me. Make sure that my citrus doesn't die. But I know that 10 inches of snow and then a big thick layer of ice is not much for most people, but in the south we're not prepared for this. We don't usually have these temperatures. We don't have the road crews that people do up north and other places. And it's really treacherous. My neighborhood, you can't even get down the hill because it's just a big block of ice. And everybody that's tried is just slid off into the ditch or into other places. But this is the most snow we've had since I think the blizzard in '93, which is a lot for the south. So I'm gonna break my neck on this ice. It is so thick, and you can see it looks beautiful. The snow. It's like this beautiful sheen, but you have to break through the ice to get to all the fluffy snow. Hey guys, I wanted to give you an update on my beds and what survived. It's been a week and a half, almost 2 weeks from when we had our little snowstorm, and I wanted to show you my produce and what lived and what didn't, because I said some of it might not live, but it did. Here is my spinach. Actually, none of my spinach died, which is great. Now, in my beds, I did have tubs like this. I'm going to show you. Like this, and I had the sheet over it, so it lifted it up. So the sheet, nothing was touching my greens, okay? So, and I also had these holding the sheet too. That way, I think if the sheet was touching them and that hard freeze and everything, it would have killed them. But here's my spinach. My carrots survived. And then I have 2 things of lettuce. This one survived, and this one survived. And that one's kind of gross looking, but they all survived. My carrots are fine. Some of the foliage did die back here at the top on the carrots, but they're really small carrots. I planted them right before winter, so they're not going to be big, and I didn't expect them to be big. But they're good sized little carrots. I'm going to harvest a bunch of these, especially the ones with the tops that died back. Let's see if I can get in here and see what we got back here. Yeah, see? A bunch of little baby carrots, and that's fine. It's food. And then, I don't remember what this is. I don't remember what I planted here. Now, I know that this is red Russian kale right here. It's very pretty. And then I have dinosaur kale mixed in. So here's my dinosaur. So all my kales came back just fine. Nothing really died except for a couple of the lettuce, but some of them survived. And you know how I told you my garlic would die back? See the tops right here? This doesn't matter. I'm going to cut this off, go through here and cut off all the dead spots and leave it right here at the green. I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to just cut off those and let them keep going. You can see all my garlic over there. It's doing great. The only one that struggled was my elephant garlic, so I don't know why that is. Remember, I didn't cover any of my garlic, and I didn't cover it for a purpose because garlic is pretty hardy. It's not gonna die. You can grow garlic in Alaska, but it's pretty hardy. You can see a little bit of damage, but also I wanted the snow to get on top of my beds because snow actually is a nitrogen fixer. It is not going to give you a ton of nitrogen, okay? But it will give you some in your beds. Just like rain. Rainwater is always better than tap water for your plants because it has different nutrients in it that tap water doesn't. So I wanted my beds to get soaked through with it. And then it rained afterwards, which was even better. And it soaked my beds through. But snow is not always a bad thing. Snow is pretty good, and it does have good benefits for your garden. That's why I don't really cover anything up besides the really, really tender plants. Here's another thing that survived, which has not died at all, is my parsley. This sucker has gone down to negative temps and not really been covered. I did cover it right before the snow. But before that, we had single digits, and it just keeps coming. All right, before I ended that video, I wanted to give you guys an update on what my plants look like after I had time to settle down and for the snow to melt. But remember, snow's not bad. Snow is not bad for your beds. That's why I don't cover any of my beds. Some people cover all their beds over winter. It's just not for me personally, I don't think it's a good idea, because you are basically taking all the nutrients and letting them washing away, and then you have this dead clump when you take off the plastic or whatever they cover it with over the winter. Let your gardens breathe, let the nutrients get down in the soil, let the snow give nitrogen back into your soil. There's a purpose for it all. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know half of it was snow, half of it was not, but I did want to give you an update. And I'll see you guys next time.